The unexplainable revelation message in the world. Helpers are opponents. Now we know that man's wisdom distinguishes between good and evil, and we have just heard that God created from dust a living soul called Adam. He was mentioned in this paradise, but he was tempted. Tempted by whom? By a helper called Eve. Genesis chapter 2 verse 20. But for Adam no suitable helper was found. So God took a helper from the dust of man's creation, and the two of them became one. Matthew chapter 10 verse 36. A man's enemies will be the members of his own household. God uses family members as helpers, but they often oppose us, or we easily get angry with them. This tempts us to fight against him according to the rights and wrongs of our own evil and selfish desires. All this is the temptation of the serpent, and all this is the people around us. God has made those around us our helpers. One is the temptation of the serpent, the temptation of Satan, and God's temptation through Satan to see if God's children will leave this matter behind because they are seeking the way to the tree of life. If you are not seeking the way of the tree of life, if you are not on this way, you will use the wisdom of the world to distinguish that it is all your fault. That I am right about this, and then you will have disputes, and then you will be tempted by the serpent. So God wants us to go to the way of the tree of life. But God also guards the way of the tree of life with a flaming sword. For full details, please click greater than.